Tory COVID contracts worth £15 billion had corruption red flag, study finds. This is from The Guardian. And Jonathan Pye has shared this. You know, Jonathan Pye, the reporter that gets really worked up. He sounds like that.
It's not like we're being asked to shove a tin of beef.
That guy. We'll come back to that. He's saying it takes a phenomenal amount of bleep to witness a deadly pandemic playing out across the country and think, how can I benefit from this? So the Tories, who were in power during the pandemic, profiteered from the deadly pandemic. That's his take on it. Witness a deadly pandemic and then think how I can benefit from it. Witness a deadly pandemic. During that deadly pandemic, he was saying this.
No, wear a thin piece of cloth across your mouth.
He's talking about put a mask on, wear a thin piece of cloth.
And nose to help prevent more unnecessary deaths and further financial hardship to your fellow citizens. You know, unless you have a really good reason not to wear a mask, wear a fucking mask. You know, I find.
Sorry about the swearing. So he's full on there, really encouraging people to wear a mask. He's on board with that because that would help to prevent this deadly pandemic that people witness. But the Tories were profiteering, and of course you remember Matt Hancock saying things like, "Now we'll scare the pants off the people with the next variant." Yeah. So I don't know what to say about that, really. What are your thoughts? What comes to mind? Would it have been different with someone else in power? Are we being partisan about this, or would the Tories have also profiteered from the? Would Labour have profiteered from the lethal pandemic, just like the Tories did? Is there anything missing? Are we missing anything from this whole COVID inquiry? The upshot of it seems to be, well, why didn't we lock down sooner? Maybe Jonathan Pye thinks we should have worn even more masks. Maybe that would have helped if we all wore two. What do you think? What would have been the right thing to do?
Hours a day for the last 6 months. Suddenly it won't seem so bad. Put a fucking mask on. And if you're one of these fucking nut jobs going around, you know, what about my civil liberties, right? Do you remember a couple of months ago when you could get arrested for leaving your own fucking house? Put a fucking mask on. The government, it needs to publish its face mask policy, and its policy needs to be this: put a fucking mask on. And if you don't, you are a selfish motherfucking arse.
Yeah, so he's well on board with that, and then he's saying that you could get arrested for being outside your house, and wearing a mask is better than being arrested for being outside your house. But weren't a lot of people that were fined during that whole era then the fines didn't happen? It was found to be unlawful because you were wrongfully arresting people. How could you arrest someone for being outside their house, for being in public? Yeah, there's lots of lessons to learn from this deadly pandemic. Wear more masks seems to be Jonathan Pye's conclusion.